think it's important for us to try and test a lot of those things that we see on social media. We're not seeing often the true representation of an outcome. We're not understanding that there is, there's an onus on me to actually do something.
Hi everybody, welcome back to our fourth episode of the Organically Uncut Podcast. Here at Organic Ministry, we're giving you the opportunity to have a look into how we run the salon and how we go about with our spa treatments and all holistic things. And today I have an absolutely beautiful staff member with me, Toni. She is our holistic beauty therapist, and we're going to get to know her a little bit more. So join me now. Welcome, Toni. How are you?
I'm amazing.
Good.
Thank you. Yes, very excited to be here.
I am excited to have you here. This is very super cool. So Toni, let's get to know you a little bit more. So what got you into the holistic therapy of treatments and this beautiful world that you have created here at Organic Ministry? Tell us.
Well, let me start back at the beginning. As a 16-year-old girl leaving school, I actually didn't even really know what I wanted to do, and I fell into this position from a person who gave me the job because she was sick of me calling her to see if I can start there.
You hounded her.
So this is what you do when you're determined to get out there in the world.
Yeah.
I caught 2 buses to get to that interview, and I think my mum may have even come with me to that interview.
Yeah.
And it opened up this amazing world that I really knew very little about. I mean, who knows much about anything at 16? And I ventured into this world of beauty therapy. It took me quite a few years to sort of get qualified. I'd done a few little courses here and there, and we're talking a few years ago now, so it really wasn't such a big thing to be qualified unless you're an apprentice, which doesn't happen as much these days. And through certain circumstances, ended up working at a few different places, landed myself an apprenticeship, which didn't quite work out for things outside of my control, but that was back in early 1990s, and so I ventured over this industry over quite a long period of time. I've been in and out of the industry, having children, venturing down other areas. I've done vet nursing, I've been a human resources manager. I've worked in schools for 12 years. I've done wellbeing, all sorts of things that I've done, which I think has now come to this point in my life where I feel that I wanted to get back into this industry. It's always been on my heart. It's always been an industry that's been in my heart for the last 5 years. And so I think coming back into it as a mature woman, with very different lens than when I was in my teens, just I think going through the motions of, putting cream and maybe making people's experiences lovely. For me, it's a very different headspace, I think, that I find myself in now. And so I ventured into the holistic space, and I've just believe for me that means that we are body, mind and soul. And I think that it's so important for us to have all of those 3 things working together. And I think that when those things are at peace in our lives, that's when our body, symbiotically, or whatever the word is, really likes to be in homeostasis. And I think that was such an important part of the journey for me to come back into this space with just the knowledge of life, I think, and being able to bring my experiences from life and create a place of well-being for clients. So for me, it's not about just putting some cream and having a facial for people. For me, it's a real exchange of my love for people and my passion for people, and wanting to see people set free a bit in life, even if it's just the small hour that they have with me, to just turn off the nervous system and just feel like nothing else matters at this moment in time. What I'm doing is I'm taking this space for myself to look after my well-being, and that's just where I feel like I can come in and really support that and exchange that energy to that person for a completely different experience.
Yeah, that's awesome. And may I say that you actually are achieving that here. I've had a few services with Toni, and she knows my busy, crazy hectic world of salon and home.
Yeah.
And as soon as I step into that room and just switch off, she just has this beautiful touch and this beautiful mannerism that just almost ushers you into, there's no other place here but to just switch off. So you are achieving that really well, even though you've only been with us for 5 weeks? Oh, it feels like a year.
I know it does. Well, this has been a conversation that I've had with Sarah for the last 6 years. So I feel like I've always been here, but just not physically.
And we're having so much fun with you being here.
It's been great. Awesome. It's been a really good journey.
So I've had a few clients ask, what's the difference between holistic therapist and beautician? Can you give us a bit of an understanding there?
Yeah, so the word beautician, if any other beauty therapist listens to this, will go, ugh. It's a really old term for the industry. It's back in the day where we, just did some nails and manicure and a bit of makeup and that kind of thing. I just don't even think the word exists anymore. Sure. I believe the word therapy in the beauty therapy side of things is what a lot of people fail to maybe see when they're becoming a beauty therapist. It's very much about what I'd like to do. I'd like to do makeup, or I'd like to do massage, or I'd love to do facials or whatever. But I think they miss the therapy side. Yes. And for me, that's the area that I concentrate on the most, because out of that, I think everything else flows. Yes. People just feel different when they've got a therapist who is connecting to them from an energy level or whatever it might be. So for me, the holistic side is very much about the therapy side and not so much about the beauty side.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That's a really beautiful explanation of the difference of the two. Yeah. And I suppose, does it also mean that you are able to sort of delve into alternative methods and alternative products to introduce clients to, rather than just a typical mainstream
Definitely. And that will be definitely an evolving space as we start to evolve the menu as we go forward. I've got lots of ideas and lots of thoughts around that space. So what we see now is just a very small little window into what's coming.
So can you quickly just give me a brief rundown of what your consultation is with a client when they come in?
So the form is electronically already sent to a client, so that makes a lot easier for me. It also reduces time for me, making sure that I don't have a client that's got certain contraindications. So what I mean by that is, I may have a client that may have some medical history that's currently happening or that has happened in the past, maybe on certain medications as well that can greatly affect people's outcomes, but it can also affect some of the treatments that we do. So it's a very important part of the day. It's a very important part of the treatment is that form, and I'm very hot on that form because it's a protection for them as well as myself. But I want to also be thinking that, well, if I've got a client who's got certain health issues or there's been a sensitivity to something, it's not we can't do anything. It's okay, well, what can we do to work around those particular needs? How can we maybe start somewhere else on the body, and we're not, maybe necessarily doing skincare, or body care. Maybe we're doing skincare instead, or it's just learning about that person as, again, holistically as a whole person, and how we can deliver something that can still create well-being for people, but also keeping them safe.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I suppose it also gives you the opportunity to pre-plan your appointments and services for them, which elevates that experience for them as well. It also means if they fill it in before they've come here, you can start on time and give them the maximum time of their service too.
Definitely.
So in a practical way, as well as how you can actually tailor their appointment to individualism.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah. Bespoke.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's a common myth that you would love to retire?
Social media, as wonderful as what it can be, it does have a lot of myths, and I think it's important for us to try and test a lot of those things that we see on social media. We're not seeing often the true representation of an outcome. We're not understanding that There is, there's an onus on me to actually do something. We're kind of the wanting everything a quick fix kind of nation, but there really isn't anything such as a quick fix. So I think a lot of the trends that happen on social media aren't always something that we need to give our energy to. I think it's good to make sure you're speaking to maybe your own beauty therapist, or that you're getting the right advice, and then we're not getting it from that space.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a couple of other myths. Not using a toner is not necessary. I think, if you've got a good toner, I think you should use it. It creates pH balance on your skin prior to the other products going on. Often you don't need as many of the other products because it creates a lovely surface for those things to go in without using as much. And the other one I'd like to put to bed, the right oil is very, very good for an acne skin.
Okay.
And I'm going to leave that there.
Yes, all right.
Another conversation we'll have about acne skins.
Yes.
But the right combination of skincare, oil is not your enemy.
Okay, good.
It can be your friend. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned before about the menu you've created here.
Yeah.
You touched on that. I want to delve into that a little bit more for our clients and our viewers. So you do have a beautiful menu in facials and massages, as well as incorporating infrared and sauna that we have here, which is another episode to come.
Yeah.
So what would you say would be the one service that you've popped on our menu that you think all our clients should try?
The Glass Skin Hydration Boost Facial.
Yes, yeah.
Or the Ultimate Age Defy Facial if you've got an hour and a half in your day.
Yeah.
The reason why I love both of those facials is that it's not just about cleanse, tone, mask, exfoliate. I tailor the treatment as any beauty therapist should tailor their treatments to certain skins, and that consultation form is often a reason on which direction I go in. But the reason I love it is it's a whole sensory experience. It's a sensory through smell, it's a sensory through touch, and it's a sensory through different ways that I use the product as well throughout the treatment. So it's hot and cold. So it's a journey. It's actually a journey. And so many of my clients just so incredibly...
They all walk out the door.
They're all floating.
Melted and floating, don't they?
They're floating.
They have the same look on their faces, like, I have to come back to earth now.
Yes, absolutely. And so I wake the body up with aromatherapy oils as well. So
Beautiful.
That's tailored often to how sometimes I'll pick up things in a person as well, by sharing that time with them. And so, I'll use oils that are specifically oriented to what I feel that would be good for them. It's a journey. It's an actual journey that I take them on.
Well, you've kind of answered my next question that I was going to ask you. Like, what does your treatments here differ from a typical day spa? You tailor them to individual clients. You treat it as a journey.
Yes.
Is there anything else you could think of that would stand out that goes, this is what differs from a typical day spa?
Yeah, I think, again, it comes back to the therapy side of things. I've always said that God's blessed me with healing hands, and it's been something that I've believed ever since I started the industry back when I was 16 years old. I think touch is so incredibly important. And I think that these days where we're quite an isolated community of people, we're not as connected as what we used to be.
Yeah, well, especially since COVID, right?
Especially since COVID. There's AD and AC before COVID and after, or AC and BC after COVID and before COVID.
We need to get back to the touch.
We do. We need to get back to that connection. And I think that I can't speak for all other places, but I can only go by what I have felt by having facials, certainly in other places, to what I know that I deliver. And that's very much that for me, it's just so important. That touch is just so important. Yeah. And I've hugged some of my clients at the end of some of our services because it just brings about some emotional connection that they don't realise. Sometimes it's a relief after I've done body treatments.
Yeah.
It's not been unusual for people to get quite emotional.
The one thing I haven't realised, that I've only realised later in a few years of my life, is how much emotion we store in our body.
So much.
In our muscles.
The body keeps score.
Like sometimes it just feels like here, but it just is everywhere.
It is. Yeah, 100%. And that's why I think it's not just even about facials. Body treatments is just as important. I don't do a remedial massage. I'm not a remedial massage therapist, but the one thing I pride myself on is reading a body, understanding a body, and just, I think, exchanging that through touch, I think is really important. I can only say that's what I think, that how I differ from maybe ones that I've even experienced myself. I can only go by the comparison.
Yes.
I'd love to clone myself so I can give myself the treatments that I'm giving other people.
Yes.
But yeah, I think it's important touch is very important to me, and I think it should be the number one reason why people want to get into this industry, is to go back to just the pure touch of one connection of one human being to another.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when we've got clients with sensitive skin, how do you adapt your treatment services for them?
Yeah, so again, the consultation form is important for me to understand why they could be sensitive.
Yes.
Medication's one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people find sensitivity. Another reason why people find sensitivity is they're using incorrect products or no products at all. So we've got a barrier that's really aggravated and raw, and so often it's about getting that sensitivity back to a place where they're not actually as reactive and sensitive as what they were. But we know there's genuine sensitivities, and I just tailor around what products we use. I'm really blessed to use amazing products in-house.
What products do you use?
They are Organic Ministry's in-house products.
Yes, they are.
Which are amazing.
Yeah.
And I have such trust in them for sensitive skins. I've certainly worked with products before. I'm like, how are you going to react to this? Yeah. They are active products, but I trust them 100%. And anyone who's feeling uncomfortable with, with something on their skin, we remove things immediately, and then we do an alternative. So sometimes it's about pushing the barrier a little bit too. Yeah. And other times, it's understanding to know when to pull back a little bit on a skin.
Yep. And what is your favourite Organic Ministry product at the moment, Toni?
I love nourishing oil.
You do?
Look, I love the whole range. Vitamin C would be very close second, the serum. Yeah. But I love nourishing oil because any skin can use it. Yeah. It is the top layer of any skincare routine that you use, and it just leaves your skin looking so hydrated and glossy and glassy, and has life. It takes away that ruddiness. I just love it. It's such a lovely product.
Mine all-time favourite, and I will not shift from it, is the pink clay mask.
Oh yes, that's a lot of people's favourite too.
And I give gifts all the time.
Yeah, for pink clay.
Mask. Yeah.
That's another good all-rounder.
The next one
too.
that has just moved up my list is the TLC.
Oh yes,
balm.
Of course. I can't forget the tallow.
I know. The tallow balm is the next level game changer. I did it on my face this morning.
I
was
love
like,
it.
I just wish I could stay home and keep that on my face all day, not put makeup on top of it. But yeah, it sits so beautifully on that skin.
Oh, it does. And I use it on 99.9% of all my clients that come in, they get tallow first.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
I just love it. Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and it's a great way to try our products too, isn't it?
It is. It really is.
Yeah, you've given such a broad range of steps throughout your treatment that exposes clients to all the different products that we have and why we use them in the order that we use them.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, definitely.
We're running a bit out of time, but I do want to do one question. So why did you choose Organic Ministry as your home base? You could have gone anywhere. Why did you choose us here?
I wouldn't have worked anywhere else.
Yeah, that's huge
I'm
to say.
50, so I think I've granted myself the permission to be fussy.
Absolutely, and she does not look 50. You don't look 50.
Thank you. My body would
I know,
say otherwise sometimes.
My body sometimes feels my age, but we don't look it.
We
so
just ignore that, put it to the side.
Yeah.
I've been a client of Organic Ministry for the last 9 years, and there was something about coming in here with my very first visit. I just really felt like I was going to work here one day. And, I've had conversations with Sarah over the years about starting up this side of the fence, and just felt that timing is,
100%.
is the most important thing, I think. And now is the right time for me in my life to venture onto this, a different arena for me. So that's it. I wouldn't have worked anywhere else. I couldn't have worked under anyone else. I love the way that Sarah believes in her staff, and she's very open to growing and putting your ideas forward, and I can really get behind someone like that who can help me to grow and help me to expand, but also help me to dream and come on board with that dream as well, which is
I 100%
really
agree with you there. And it's a privilege to have you on our team.
Yeah, thank
we
you.
are extremely blessed to have you here.
I love working here so much.
She's slotted in so well to our little crazy cute group that we've got going
awesome.
here. And well, we hope that you've enjoyed getting to know Toni a little bit more, getting to know why behind the what she does. And we encourage you to come and experience this beautiful high luxe menu that she has put together for Adelaide, South Australia. So if you're watching this from interstate, it is worth a flight.
Definitely.
To try. We'll
privileged.
take care of you. And we hope you've enjoyed our episode today. Please come and check us out, especially this beautiful new menu that we have and the beautiful new space that we're launching soon. And you can see what Toni has done here and has tailored for individual people for self-care. And also for skincare and wellness. And we've got so much more to come from her and this space. So, watch this space and keep in tune. So thanks so much for tuning in with us today. Thanks for your time today,
my
Toni.
pleasure.
I'm sure we will see Toni again. She's got so much more to tell us. And we look forward to seeing you again. Please subscribe and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.